Kickstart summer at Lowe's with Memorial Day savings on major appliances like the Smart Whirlpool Top Load Washer, featuring the 2-in-1 removable agitator in a color you'll only find at Lowe's. Take it out for bulky items, leave it in for a more thorough clean. You can customize any load, plus skip steps with the Load and Go dispenser. Simply add detergent once and skip the refills. Memorial Day savings start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. A pop culture website just assembled a list of actors that shared that they couldn't remember filming a movie or TV show, which is very, very bizarre. But some of these reasons, man, are just nuts.
Yeah, because my first thought was some obvious, and sadly, that there's some that battle some substance issues, and maybe they just were like not sober the entire time they were doing stuff, and you're just like, oh, well, that's a blur for them.
Yeah, that's Matthew Perry. He says he doesn't remember filming 3 years of Friends because between seasons 3 and 6, he had his addiction, and the addiction put him in a position where he's like, I don't even know what the hell I was doing. I don't remember anything.
Not that I'm ever going to do it, but part of me does want to watch those seasons just to see if you noticed or if they were using him less. Like, I wasn't really a hardcore Friends fan. I watched a lot of the episodes just because it was on and it was a fun show. But like, I wonder if you really paid attention to seasons 3 through 6, or maybe season 4 or 5, whichever one was like the worst, if you notice like they're not using him as much, or he's just kind of in the background a lot, hanging out with what's his face, Joey.
Yeah, that's it. Vicky would know. I bet, she's our friend's file.
But of course she's on vacation today.
And of course, so she can't answer.
She knew we were going to talk about this.
Son of a... Courtney Cox now, she says she doesn't remember being on Friends, but her answer's a little bit lamer because she's like, oh yeah, I have a bad memory.
Dude, I relate with her on that though.
Oh, really?
There's so many times where something will happen, and it happened dude, me and Danny were at the Kraken game, and we ran into someone who I knew. After we left, the night, it's like, oh, that seemed like a pretty good guy. I'm like, I have no idea who that person was. And we clearly knew each other. Like, there was a point in our lives, we knew each other well enough that we were talking. He was bringing up things from the past that I was like, I remembered that stuff. I didn't remember him, and it was obvious that he was around a lot.
Yeah, and people and dates and times. And Steve was like, yeah, I remember. I was so surprised that Steve was like, yeah, I don't know who that guy was.
Well, I feel like.
So who's that? I'm like, I have no idea.
How long ago?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't even remember this guy.
That guy's got to know. You just have to understand. If you haven't seen somebody for over 5 years, you need to give them a refresher and go, hey, man, don't know if you remember me. We had a lot of fun. I did blank.
DJ, it felt like as if we did a lot of memorable things together that I didn't remember. And I thought it was, while I met him and was chatting, I thought he was 3 different people. I was trying to remember. I'm like, wow. It's got to be this guy. Nope, we're talking about something that had nothing to do with that guy.
Oh, man.
And that happens to me from time to time where people are like, you remember this concert, remember this thing, and it's not even like it was a drug-induced thing or at college especially. Even stuff that happened when I was sober, I'm just like, I wish I would have kept notes because it sounds like there was some fun stuff that happened that I don't remember.
Well, you know what? Then you and Courtney Cox, man.
I've always told you, Courtney and I have been very much alike for many reasons.
Now, Frankie Muniz, boy, this is sad. He can't remember being on Malcolm in the Middle, he says, at all. He can't remember any of it. He says he has amnesia from having 9 concussions and 15 mini strokes.
Whoa.
Dude,
I didn't know Frankie's got this going on. Well, how does he get 9 concussions?
Sports as a kid. That was my first thought. I'm like, wait, Malcolm in the Middle, he was a young kid when he was doing this show. How did he get 9 concussions? Apparently got his first playing soccer when he was 9. And then it led to, like, you know, they always say, like, once you get one, sometimes it's easier to get the next. And then once you get the next, it gets easy. Each time it gets easier to get a concussion. And it sounds like from a lot of sports stuff, like playing football, soccer, and things like that, he got concussions.
Wow. Well, hopefully that, you know, with everything we know, that at least, especially with football, I guess now I think about it, if you're banging the soccer ball with your head, you can get a concussion if you do it the wrong way, I suppose.
Or if you get elbowed in the head. I mean, it's a very physical game, even though, you know, it's not like physical like American football, maybe in the like that you're running into someone, but collisions happen.
Yeah. Wow, but 9 of them. Damn. And 15 mini strokes, which means he's really messed up his brain and his head so much that that's going on.
I wonder if the mini strokes are because of the concussions.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, it's damn. All right, so that's why Frankie doesn't remember. See, now that, I guess, is a good reason. But to forget the entire show. Like, it's like, I don't remember.
To forget the thing that has probably set him up for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how, like, the contract worked out, but I got to imagine that Malcolm in the Middle is a big part of why he's financially set.
I would, yeah,
Not
exactly.
that stupid spy movie that he did that I enjoyed, but I don't remember the name of it. Was it
you're right.
Cody Banks?
Agent Cody Banks.
Agent Cody Banks.
Why do I remember that?
How do I remember that, but not the guy we met at the Kraken game?
Well, there you go. Obviously.
Priorities?
Malcolm in the Banks, probably, he had more of an influence in your life than that guy, unfortunately. Michael J. Fox, which, you know, he's not blaming the Parkinson's for this. He says most of the filming for Back to the Future he does not remember because he was also filming the TV show Family Ties at the time, which is
well
true.
Before Parkinson's for him, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, I don't know, you know, if Parkinson's has any effect on the mind or not. That's why I brought it up. He's not saying anything about the Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Which I get, you know, what a whirlwind life, because it was because of Family Ties and him being such a successful comedy actor that they were like, oh, we got to put this kid in a movie. And so doing both at the same time, what a grueling schedule that had to be. And he doesn't remember anything about Back to the Future.
Yeah, I would imagine most of it just kind of blends together. Like, you set times, you just have to be there, and it's like, I don't know.
Just go. You also, in movies, I mean, on probably TV too, you film a lot of things out of order, so probably, you know, unless you go back and watch it a bunch of times, you may not remember how things went.
Well, and I remember at the end of Back to the Future 2, didn't they already, like, have most of Back to the Future 3 shot?
I believe
they
so.
showed the trailer for it, like, at the end of that
I
movie.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
I think they filmed at the same time or
so
close
it's like,
to it. Yeah.
all of that was probably just a big mush.
Raven Simone, That's So Raven, and also Cosby Show.
Okay.
Yeah. She says when she was a child, has no idea. She has no memory of being on the Cosby Show. Now, she went to therapy because she wanted to find out why. And she says her memory loss is because she disassociates when filming. And that's an interesting thing because there is a thing called dissociative disorder. I may or may not have that. And
I don't even know what that is.
You check out. You basically, when you're in a tense situation, you do something to basically not be there, not feel it, not experience it. You know, some people leave their body, they say, like they're sitting right there, but they're not there. They're like they're on cruise control. And then later on you say, hey, we talked about this. And they go, no, we didn't. I have no memory of that. And it's like, you were right in front of me saying yes, no, or whatever to it. And so, you know, and that's part of disassociating.
Huh.
Yeah, so
I wonder if it was just like a bad experience then for her to disassociate from all of it. Like, was it just like I don't know what the Cosby set was like back in those days. I know obviously now hear these stories about Bill, but that wasn't back then.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I know that Felicia Rashad came out and actually defended Cosby for a while, and then stopped, I think, doing that because eventually it got out more and more stuff, and so she's like, maybe I should shut up.
Yeah,
so I haven't heard anything about him on set working with him being bad, but Steve, doing those shows
as a kid too,
it's just grueling.
She was really little when it started too.
It's a lot of pressure,
baby.
Yeah.
So
that's a grueling day for an adult. I can't even imagine what it would be like for a kid who just wants to be a kid.
And we're talking, the early 90s? Was that when that was going on?
Mm-hmm.
Or
so.
80s?
Mm-hmm.
Was it the 80s? It might have been the 80s. And, the child laws and how we treat kids a little differently in the 80s than we do now.
Oh, so instead just texted and saying, Steve, I feel your pain. I've been going through old pictures, and apparently I've been to the top of the Statue of Liberty. I have no recollection of this at all.
Wow.
If I didn't have the pictures, I would never have known that I was there.
Well, now you all can, feel a little bit better about it when I ask you, did we have this person on the show? And
right.
Of course we did. And there are so many guests that we've had on this show that I cannot remember. I'm like, sometimes I'll see a list of all the guests we had on the show, and I'll be like, we had that person on the show? When What did we talk about? What did we do?
Well, it was like when we were just talking recently about the Alec Baldwin thing, and then you were like, "Oh, that's crazy because we just had him on." I'm like, "We did," and I was like, "Oh crap, we did!" And that was just like,
Yeah.
Oh,
that
wow,
was just
that's
this year.
recent.
Yeah,
That's not good, dude. That is not good. At least I'm remembering, like, the short-term memory is what you don't want to lose. You don't want to be that guy who goes, well, I
What about all-term memory?
Oh, well, that's okay.
Short, long.
Yeah, you lose it all.
All of it, yeah.
If you're going to lose it all.
There's a
That
really
way,
cool,
it's a brand new day.
There's an awesome Instagram handle. They basically just take pictures and ads from the old Rocket magazine, and they post like a lot of like this is 1999 or 2001. This was like who was playing at the Crocodile. They basically take a picture of the ad or an article. But I agree, I loved the Rocket when I moved out here, and sometimes like my old band will show up on the little thing.
Oh, Peter Parker.
Yeah, and it's just like, I forgot we even did that show. There's bands that we opened up for. I'm just like, oh my gosh, yeah, we played with like the Bouncing Souls. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, I don't even remember that show. But it's like, had it not been, because we didn't have like the text even brought up a good point. Like a lot of things you remember because of pictures, but we didn't have cell phones, and not everyone was walking around with like a disposable camera or a digital camera at that time. So a lot of the memories are just in your brain, but you don't have any pictures of them to like, trigger those memories.
I got news for you. Sometimes you start looking at pictures and you go, I don't remember that. And you're right there in the picture.
Yeah. Well, like the text just brought up, it makes sense why you don't remember taking your cousin to the prom.
Yeah, or getting a fight with a snowman.
Is that what? I don't remember that. You know what? I don't remember why I even do this show. Now that I think about it. 'Cause it's sure not because I love the people on the show or the texters involved.
Well, you forgot how you loved us.
Oh, is that what I forgot?
We have pictures to prove it.
All right. Well, yeah, you ought to show me a picture of that because
we have a picture to prove you love the Ride the Turtle shirt.
Yeah, that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's true. We do.
Yeah. Oh,
no, dude, you're right there. There have been times where I do see like a picture from Facebook memories, and I'm like, what is going on in this picture? I need a backstory. I don't remember any of this.
Dude, and it's embarrassing when it's with like your significant other. Like there's a picture of Kathy and I. We're very, very young, probably 20 and 18 years old. And I am in that picture, and she'll be like, oh, I remember that. That was such a wonderful day. And I'm like, yeah.
It was the best day ever. Unforgettable, babe.
You remember that? That's when we did that thing, honey. Didn't we do that thing? And she's looking at me going, you have no idea what's going on in this picture. I go, no. She goes, it was like one of my happiest moments with you. Well, good. I'm glad you had a good time.
Well, maybe we should do it again.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think we should, since I have no idea what's going on.
It'll be like doing it for the first time for me.
We got a man who was missing for 24 years who returns home to attack his brother. Yeah, this story is nuts. I will tell you about it at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Kickstart summer at Lowe's with Memorial Day savings on major appliances like the smart Whirlpool top-load washer featuring the 2-in-1 removable agitator in a color you'll only find at Lowe's. Take it out for bulky items, leave it in for a more thorough clean. You can customize any load, plus skip steps with the Load and Go dispenser. Simply add detergent once and skip the refills. Memorial Day savings start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
We missed you!
Come here, kids. It's so good to see you again. Grandma and I have to catch up. Why don't you play in the other room for a bit?
Okay!
It's good to see you again, Mom. We all missed you.
I'm sorry it took so long. I lost a lot to my gambling problems, but I'm happy to have my life back with you.
We are too, Mom.
If gambling is creating a problem for you, call the Washington State Helpline at 1-800-547-6133 or visit evergreencpg.org.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Okay, this story's nuts. It's about this dude. It's nuts, man. It's about a dude in Italy. He was missing for 24 years. Nobody knew where he was. They were like, okay, maybe the guy's dead. Gone 24 years. Then he reappears last week suddenly. He's 42 years old, originally vanished in 1997. Wow, man. That's like...
so he's about 18?
Yeah. That's insane.
How did I figure that out so fast? I'm very proud of myself. Yeah,
good job. Yeah.
No calculator.
Listen, that's the most we have as far as the info, is that you've done good math here. That's all we know. We don't know why he disappeared. We don't know what happened. Don't know what's gone on for him in the last 24 years. But what did he do when he finally made his comeback? He allegedly attacked his brother while he was sleeping. And, dude, this is intense. Here he shows up 24 years after disappearing, then stabs his brother several times in the chest while he's sleeping, then just says, stops, and then walks into the kitchen, and then that's where the cops found him. He's just in the kitchen hanging while his brother got stab wounds.
This is such a crazy story because I was reading a little bit about it. Apparently his brother, who's been, was looking for him for years. So it's not like as if, I don't know if his brother knew there was a falling out or, how this all went down, but... What a bittersweet, weird thing to have happen that you finally reconnect with the brother that you were once looking for, but the way you reconnected is that he woke you to stab you.
Yeah, this guy said he's been thinking about this for a while because he had staked out his brother's house, was even sleeping in a tent in the woods nearby, and he reportedly said, I felt a huge rage inside towards my brother, but I didn't want to kill him. I could have finished him.
This is some
I could have finished him.
Wow.
Yeah. Now the brother who got stabbed.
The brother was in bed with his wife when this happened.
Oh man! So he's in rough shape. He will survive. And the brother's lawyer thinks the man was angry about the terms of their inheritance from their father, and he's been carrying a grudge ever since.
Oh man!
So apparently the dad passes away 24 years ago, and I gather the older brother, I guess, gets stuff and. This guy says, all right, I'm pissed. I'm out and I'm coming back.
Doing on that for that long?
That's insane.
And the brother that he stabbed is a younger brother.
It's a younger brother.
Because he's 35.
Wow. Oh, I guess he felt as the elder. He should have been given his due.
I think we realized maybe that's why Dad liked your younger brother a little bit more. You seem a little bit,
right? Yeah.
A little caustic, if you ask me.
Yeah, just
you could have just said, you could have sent him an email or a direct message saying, hey, I'm still alive. I'm just not happy with you because of the inheritance.
Yeah, dude. And, the younger brother was barely a teenager then,
right.
When this all happened. And yet he's got all this, oh, man. Wow, I am surprised that, he never turned up. You're like, you got to be, if you're the younger brother, do you feel like, at some point I'm going to get bit on he's going to come back at some point. It's not going to be good. Because we don't know where he is. He hasn't shown up dead. Have you been just counting the days? I think I would be like, I probably would have padlocked the house, especially knowing about the inheritance stuff. I think I would have been like, I need to. Yeah.
You hear sibling rivalries. That's a whole other level of it.
Dude, look, anybody can tell you.
Your brother would never stab you for not knowing his middle name, would he?
Yeah, there's that. Probably. But, it's inheritances are just such a beating. People fighting over estates and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, it's very, and it's also very petty. Like some of the stuff people will fight over once somebody's gone.
I could never do that. Even if my parents had said they passed away and they left all the money to my brother. I'd be like, weird, okay, but I'm not going to be mad at my brother for that. I'm not even going to be mad at my parents because, that just seems odd to be mad at someone who's no longer alive because they didn't leave you enough.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Steve? You're a reasonable guy. That's the problem.
In some ways, maybe.
But see, in a lot of times too, like in my family, after my grandparents passed away, it was a lot of they didn't write a lot down. Mm-hmm. So it's like they had the money to dole out, and that part was figured out. But then there was a lot of stuff, and they didn't say the piano goes to this person.
So you had people fighting over it.
So you had people that would sneak in and grab stuff, and then it'd go away, and then it was like, well, where's the accordion? And it would be like, it's whoever has it, and
Peter Polka, of course.
They have it in their house now. There's nothing we can do. So now there's a bunch of bad feelings between my aunts and uncles.
Yeah, come on. You could ask and say, hey, I would really like that. What does anybody think? Have a reasonable conversation. For me, it's like, look, I get people want keepsakes, right?
Yeah.
It's not like they're worth anything. I don't know. Maybe the piano, what's it worth? Are they going to sell it or do they want it as a keepsake or, a memento?
That's a good question.
Yeah. I got a couple things in my father's.
The piano would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Even though I don't play it, it'd be pretty sweet to have in the house.
Oh, yeah? You're gonna be that guy with the piano in the house looking like Mr. Fancy?
Yes.
Yes. We'll all know. As soon as we walk in, we're going to know, what is this, Steve?
That'll be one of those pianos that plays themselves. So, and I'll have it so that you can't really see my fingers. I'll be like, you guys would like to sit around as I tickle the ivories?
That would be amazing.
You see the face I have right now? I'm going to have that entire face while we're at your recital in your house. Because you're like, hi, listen, for dinner, you know what, we're not going to show you pictures. Steve's going to do a recital, after dinner. Oh, really? He is? Yeah. You sit over there. Oh, I'd like to sit on the side. No, Steve. He wants everybody to sit, in front of the piano, and he'll give his recital.
Or I could do what like my buddy's drunk wife did once at a party. It's still one of my favorite moments ever. We're at a buddy's house party, and we're all having a great time. And he had a nice piano in like their basement like party room, right? So no one's going near it because we're all none of us are piano players. Well, finally, my buddy's drunk wife, she's like, "I'll play the piano," and we were all like just feeling it. We're like, yeah, play the piano. Like, this is going to be some cool stuff. Like, she's going to just whip out some, songs. Like, we're going to sing some Billy Joel, maybe, who knows what's going on. So she sits down on the piano, and there's like a good 10 of us with a half circle around her. Just like, let's go. This is going to be way better than the music that's being played. And she starts playing, and it's, without a doubt, the worst piano playing we have ever been subjected to. And of course, we're drunk, and none of us mean any ill will, but we all just start laughing because we're like, "Oh, good joke." And she did not think that was funny.
Well, I would have thought it was a troll. I would have thought it was a total troll.
Yeah. No, she thought that she legit could play the piano. Like maybe she took like 3 or 4 lessons when she was like 13.
No, don't think that.
And 30 years later, she's trying to do it for us again.
Oh, that's a beating when somebody does not know how bad they are, and then you look like the jerk.
Well, we all look like jerks, BJ, because it was awful.
See, if I could hide in the crowd, I don't mind. That's fine. But usually I'm the guy that opens his mouth, and then they're like, "Oh, you hurt her feelings." I go, "Well, she sucks. What do you want me to say? Don't be,
right?
Yeah, I mean,
at that point, you got to know you suck.
Come on, don't you?"
When everybody busts out laughing because we thought you were playing us.
Yeah,
and she's not. Oh, it was so great.
You gotta know.
It was so awesome.
Gotta know.
Way better than her being able to play a song.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I would have loved that troll where you sit down, everybody's anticipating, and it is just, dum, 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 and she gives you that look like, oh, yeah, I don't know a damn thing about this. Yeah.
It was like as if I tried to play the piano in front of you guys right at this moment.
Well, I am waiting for a recital. You know what I mean? You've promised us all. Danny, Rev, and I are waiting with bated breath to have you invite us over.
I'll see if I can get my grandparents' piano.
If you guys get me drunk enough at the next radio convention that we go to, if the hotel has a piano,
oh, geez,
we should do this. Like, you guys should all, round up all the radio people and be like, yo, check this out. Mix is about to play the piano. If you've never heard him play the piano, you might want to stop your conversation. And we get, whatever, 50, 60 of us all surrounding the piano.
Are you on board? Are you going to do it?
Like I said, if you get me drunk enough.
Oh, that won't be a hard at a radio convention. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
An easy sell.
Listen, Drunken Steve doesn't know you made this bargain, but I'm holding you to it.
Well, Drunken Steve will say yes to anything.
Okay, good.
That's the spirit.
All right, then. Well,
within reason.
Well, there's a few banks that at this point, why not get rich quick and have you play the piano?
Oh, those kind of banks. Okay, yeah. I mean,
I'm not sure what banks you're talking about, but I want money. You can do whatever you do in your spare time, Drunken Steve, you go right ahead.
Wouldn't that be great though? Yeah, all these luminaries in the radio industry, all and some of them probably music snobs, and then I'm just getting ready, just kind of warming up my fingers, and then dong 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 dong.
This is exactly what I'm hoping for. Yes,
yeah, exactly.
I do have a question because this has always puzzled me. You walk into somebody's house, they got the piano,
right?
How come you never walk into somebody's house and see a guitar and amp set up in the middle of the living room like it's a centerpiece, or a drum kit like it's a centerpiece? Like other people can play other instruments. Why is it the piano's the one that's, you're a fancy guy, but Steve, you could have your drum kit out there and you could, but
that's an obnoxious sounding thing. A person who's playing the drums in front of a room full of people doesn't have that same allure like playing a musical instrument.
I mean, how cool would that be if I walked into your house and you just had a drum kit out there
hey guys, you want to hear this?
Dude, I would appreciate that. I'd be like, yes, let's jam.
I feel people are more inclined to bang on a drum as opposed to play a piano. So you would just get people no matter what just going for it.
Yeah.
Ooh, somebody said do it at Live Day. There's got to be a piano somewhere.
Usually is.
Oh, we've done it at Snoqualmie Casino. I'm trying to think if they have a piano anywhere.
We have a keyboard player in our band.
Yeah.
Oh,
so it's not a piano, but it's a keyboard. That's
so
a
that's
piano.
what you're gonna do. You're gonna go over there and just get on that keyboard, huh?
Solo it.
If you guys want me to, I don't even have to get drunk for that.
I believe
want
in
is
you.
a strong word. I feel like
is it more of a need?
Yes.
I think the
I
texters
get the need.
want you to embarrass yourselves and want to torment us at the same time.
We can play Name That Tune.
Please.
That'd be impossible.
Do you have any idea what you're doing at all?
None.
Oh, then there's no way you could even do a Name That Tune.
No.
What if he sings with it?
But what if you could? What if you
have you heard him
could figure it out?
If you heard him
I might need to
sing?
take some mushrooms. 'Cause then I would think.
Yeah, well, Drunken Steve, that'll be great. Drunken Steve on our Live Day, that's perfect.
I mean, I'm not going to get drunk at Live Day, but I'm more than happy to attempt to play the piano for all of you if you want me to.
Okay.
I want this to happen.
Boy, this is, I don't know. Why? I mean, you know what it's going to sound like.
Exactly. Radio Gold. Hello.
What? Dum, 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 dum.
I will do more than donk, 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 donk. I'll give you like something.
Well, you don't even know how to hit what key is what.
I don't.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it's like me with picking up anything. It's like I wouldn't even know how to pretend to like try to make a song. You know, all right, go for it. Red seems to
Steve
want
can
this.
try to pretend.
Someone said the joke's not going to work at Live Day, though. We're all listening. We're all in on it. LOL. How about, okay, so anyone who's listening right now is in on it.
Yeah.
But now, from now on out, we'll just be like, Steve's he's an accomplished pianist. He's going to play for us at Live Day.
I think a lot of us would believe you are an accomplished pianist.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. I think we all know that. All right, well, good. You know what? That's fine. It's less that I have to do on Live Day. Go ahead.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. Seriously. I mean, honestly, the less I have to do, the better. So you go ahead and play your piano. Rev's the only one that's going to enjoy it. The rest
I'm
is
going to love it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Danny and I are going to very much enjoy this.
Right,
and I'm going to, I promise you, not that I need to promise you guys this, but I promise you I'm going to put absolutely no effort into learning something.
Oh, you think?
Before next Thursday. I'm just going to go in cold.
This is going to be a 5-second bit. Because eventually people are going to go, oh, yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing. How long do we want to listen to this?
That's a very good question, DJ.
Yeah, it's a 5-second bit.
Well, what if?
Yeah.
What if all of a sudden I just start hitting things and I never realized this, but I was just a piano savant?
Now, that would be a reverse troll.
Really?
If you all of a sudden really did know how to play the piano and you started off not knowing what you're doing and then you go into, I don't know, Beethoven's Fifth or something, yeah, I mean, that would be amazing.
You never know.
Yeah, we could come to find out that Drunk Steve is a piano prodigy. Yeah. And absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that's how life works. People are just really good at stuff they've never practiced their entire life.
The greatest pianist we've ever heard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's you're right. That's yeah.
So I said this could be the greatest game ever. Guess the bad piano player's song.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna do like a name that riff type of thing with the band, where they're gonna play like a riff from the '70s, and we're gonna try and guess what riff they're doing.
Is everybody high this morning that they think this would be the best thing ever?
Yes.
I mean,
It's
literally after 5 seconds, and I think I'm giving you way too much time. People are going to be so like, "Oh, this sucks. We don't want to hear this anymore."
But maybe just my energy and my what I kick. Like, if maybe you can figure out what I'm trying to play.
All right, you know what? Look, I'm happy to be proved wrong. Again, it's less that I have to do. So, how much time are we going to allot this? I'll give you an hour. All right, you got the whole.
Oh, we
I'll
get
give
a
you the
full
entire
hour.
hour. Yeah, look, I got stuff I want to do. There's a lot of
Why
food
do
at
you
the
hate all
Snoqualmie
of us?
Casino to you. Hey, it's not my idea. I've resisted it, but you know what? I've decided I'm gonna. If I can't beat him, I'm going to join him and eat at the casino while you're doing that.
I'm thinking this is like a good 2-minute segment.
Oh yeah, boy, that's about a minute and 55 seconds longer than it should be. But you go right ahead.
I wish we had a keyboard right here, right now, so I could kind of see if I could do it.
Yeah.
I don't think so, because then you wouldn't do it for Live Day. You'd realize, oh yeah, this is dumb. But you know what? Give it a shot. You want to bring a keyboard in? You want to get that going? I'm sure Danny knows somebody.
He's practicing on the
I know he's practicing on a flat surface with no keys. Because again, that's how this all works.
So, Steve, how are you sounding right now?
You're amazing.
I'm doing a whole Led Zeppelin right now.
Well,
It's the
you're a
50th
piano man.
anniversary.
Yeah. Billy Joel would go, kid, I'm not, I'm sorry I said F off. You're a prodigy.
Hey, sounds great. Our own piano man.
Yeah, look at you. The piano man. It's you. Oh, look at he's banging on the he's still banging on the table.
He's practicing.
That's
working.
I can practice on.
Yeah, there's an app. Yes, it is.
Hey, you found an app for drums. You could probably find a keyboard app.
Probably a concussion protocol app you can check out. Since I was thinking that this is a good idea. You might want to see if you and Frankie Muniz.
I mean,
maybe,
come on, man. Like, have a little support. Like, at least like try and pump my.
I want to give you an hour. I told you I'm there for you, buddy. Well, by there I mean I will be at the buffet at the Snoqualmie Casino, but I am there for you while you undertake this amazing thing. Hey, Steve, by the way, on Friday, he did get this one right, but as usual, took too many guesses.
According to the KFC ads, how many herbs and spices are in the Colonel's secret recipe?
31.
No.
69.
No.
Nice. 12.
No.
11.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh. Maybe if you had a piano, you would have got it right quicker. That's what it is. You want a shot at beating Steve? All right, you got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're going to play Beat the Piano Man.
Dude, I can do this.
Yeah, you could. At 8:50 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I figure out who my creditors are?
People a lot of times have had a long time of not having good credit and having collections, and so they're concerned that you may be concerned that you won't be able to find all your creditors if you file bankruptcy. How will I know which collection agency has my credit card bill from 10 years ago now? And that's something that's hard to keep track of because credit collection agencies transfer your debts all over the place. But we will pull all your credit bureaus, and by getting all three of your credit bureaus, we'll be able to tell who has your credit and debt now, which collection agencies have had it in the past, and we'll make sure that we file all your creditors when we file your bankruptcy so that nothing slips through the cracks.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
Hey guys, Matt McAllister here. Now look, all couples argue or disagree from time to time, but when that comes your norm and you find yourself, drifting apart, it might be time to reconsider that relationship. Look, I've been there. It's not easy on anybody, but if you do need professional, compassionate help, you might want to talk with the folks at Family Law Solutions. They're the partner you need when times get really tough. They provide solutions from adoption to prenuptial agreements to divorce and child support. And you don't have to go this alone. Get started today at FamilyLawSolutionsNorthwest.com.